Welcome. High-value men. Have you ever trusted someone only to feel blindsided when their true nature came to light? Maybe it was a friend who seemed loyal but betrayed you, or a colleague who acted supportive but secretly sabotaged you. Recognizing someone's true colors can be tricky, but it doesn't have to take months or years to figure out. Here's the key. Most people reveal their character in small, everyday moments, not in big, staged actions. The way they treat others, handle stress, or react to failure says far more about them than the words they speak. And today, we'll uncover 7 powerful signs that help you see through the facade and get to the truth. These principles, rooted in ancient Stoic philosophy, are just as relevant now as they were thousands of years ago. The Stoics taught us that actions, not words, define who we are. And if you pay attention, you'll see everything you need to know. So as we go through this, think about someone in your life who you're unsure about. Do these signs resonate with their behavior? And more importantly, are you living up to these standards yourself? Stick around, because understanding these signs won't just help you assess others, it'll challenge you to grow into the man you're meant to be. Now let's dive in with the first sign. It might surprise you how much it reveals. Number 1. How they treat those who can't benefit them. If you want to see someone's true character, pay attention to how they treat people who can't offer them anything in return. This is one of the most revealing tests of integrity and empathy. Why? Because it strips away all the masks of politeness and charm that people wear to gain favor or recognition. Think about this. Have you ever seen someone who was overly kind to their boss or an influential colleague, but treated service workers with coldness or indifference? That behavior tells you everything. As Seneca, one of the great Stoics, wisely said, "Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you." For example, imagine a man dining at a restaurant. He smiles at his dining companions but snaps at the waiter for a minor mistake. This isn't just bad manners, it's a reflection of entitlement and arrogance. On the other hand, someone who genuinely thanks a cashier or holds the door open for a stranger, even when they're in a hurry, shows a deeper sense of respect for humanity. Here's another scenario. Picture a person walking past a homeless individual asking for help. Do they offer a kind word, spare change, or even just a moment of acknowledgement? Or do they act like the person doesn't exist? These small, everyday actions reveal far more about their values than grand gestures ever could. The Stoics believed in our interconnectedness as human beings. Marcus Aurelius said, "What injures the hive injures the bee." When someone dismisses others as unworthy of kindness, they harm not only those people, but also their own moral integrity. So ask yourself, how do you treat those who can't repay you? And more importantly, how do the people around you behave in these situations? Watch closely, because their actions in these unguarded moments reveal the kind of person they truly are. Number 2. How they handle minor inconveniences. Life is full of small annoyances, a delayed coffee order, a traffic jam, or a misplaced item. While these situations might seem trivial, the way someone reacts to them reveals more about their character than you might think. Minor inconveniences often catch us off guard, exposing our raw, unfiltered selves. Imagine this. You're at a cafe with a friend. The barista gets their order wrong. Do they respond with understanding, calmly asking for a fix? Or do they roll their eyes, raise their voice, and make the barista feel small? That split-second reaction says more about their emotional control and empathy than any rehearsed behavior. The Stoics believe that it's not the inconvenience itself, but our reaction to it that matters. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that counts." A composed reaction shows resilience, while an outburst exposes fragility. Here's another scenario. You're stuck in traffic with a colleague. One person might take the opportunity to chat, joke, or even listen to an inspiring podcast. The other might pound the steering wheel and curse at the delay. These responses show who can adapt and who lets external events control their emotions. But let's take this deeper. How do you react when life throws small curveballs at you? Do you laugh it off or let it ruin your day? Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you let small irritations dominate you, you surrender that power. The truth is, minor inconveniences test our ability to stay calm, focused, and adaptable. A person who handles these situations with grace doesn't just make life easier for themselves, they create a ripple effect of positivity for those around them. Now ask yourself, have you noticed how the people closest to you handle these moments? And more importantly, how do you react? Think about it, because these small tests often reveal the biggest truths. Number 3. How they value time. Time is the most precious resource we have. Once it's gone forever. How someone values their own time and respects the time of others is a direct reflection of their priorities, discipline, and character. As Seneca wisely noted, we are tight-fisted with property, yet waste time, the one thing we can never get back. Think about this. Do you know someone who's always late, constantly reschedules, or shows up unprepared? Their actions silently say, "My time is more valuable than yours." Compare that to someone who arrives on time, keeps their commitments, and stays fully present. This person respects not only their own schedule, but also the effort others put into showing up. Here's a real-life scenario. Imagine a meeting with two colleagues. One arrives early, prepared with notes, ready to contribute. The other strolls in late, offers excuses, and derails the discussion with unrelated tangents. Which one would you trust to deliver when it matters most? Now, let's turn this lens inward. How do you value your own time? Are you disciplined in how you spend it, or do you let distractions consume your day? The way you allocate your time reflects what truly matters to you. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. And what about others? Pay attention to how the people in your life manage their time. Do they honor their commitments or constantly let you down? Do they prioritize relationships and growth or waste hours scrolling through social media? These patterns speak volumes about their values and self-awareness. Here's something I'd like to ask you. Have you ever been affected by someone who wasted your time? Comment yes if this resonates with you, or no if you've been lucky enough to avoid it. Remember, how someone treats time isn't just about schedules, it's about respect. Respect for themselves, for you, and for the moments that shape our lives. 4. How they act when no one is watching. If you want to know someone's true character, don't just look at how they act in public. Pay attention to what they do when there's no one around to praise or judge them. It's in these quiet, unseen moments that a person's values truly shine or fall apart. Think about this. Have you ever seen someone go out of their way to do the right thing, even when there was no reward, like returning a wallet they found on the street or helping a stranger struggling with their bags? Compare that to someone who leaves their trash behind in a public park, assuming no one will notice. These actions may seem small, but they reveal everything about what a person stands for. As Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. It's not about what you say or how you act when the spotlight is on. It's about whether your actions align with your principles when no one is watching. Here's another scenario. Picture a colleague who always takes credit for team achievements in front of the boss, but behind closed doors, they're the first to slack off or cut corners. Would you trust someone like that? On the flip side, a person who consistently goes the extra mile, whether recognized or not, builds trust and respect that no title or award can replicate. Let's not forget the small, everyday choices we all make. Do you clean up after yourself in shared spaces? Do you follow through on promises made, even if they seem insignificant? These little habits create the foundation of who you are, and they're often the first thing others notice about you. Here's a challenge for you. Reflect on your own unseen actions. Are they consistent with the values you want to live by? And when you think about the people around you, do their private actions match their public image? Marcus Aurelius reminds us, what we do now echoes in eternity. Your unseen choices might feel small, but they create ripples that define your character. So ask yourself, are you proud of the person you are when no one's looking? Number 5. How they handle power. Power is one of the most revealing tests of character. Whether it's in the form of authority at work, influence in a social circle, or even the subtle power in personal relationships, the way someone wields power speaks volumes about their values and maturity. Think about this. Does the person use their power to uplift others or to assert dominance? A true leader leads with humility and empathy, focusing on the collective good rather than personal gain. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor who ruled with wisdom, said it best: "The true worth of a man is measured by the objects he pursues." Picture this scenario. A team leader receives a promotion. The first type of leader holds regular check-ins with their team, supports their growth, and celebrates their achievements. The second type micromanages every task, takes credit for others' work, and uses their authority to belittle. Which one would inspire loyalty and trust? Power doesn't corrupt, it reveals. The Stoics believe that power amplifies what's already inside a person. If someone is insecure or self-serving, power will magnify those traits. Conversely, if they are grounded in virtue and self-control, power becomes a tool for positive change. In relationships, power can be just as telling. For example, in moments of disagreement, does someone use manipulation, guilt, or coercion to get their way? Or do they approach the situation with fairness and understanding? These dynamics often determine whether a relationship thrives or deteriorates. The Stoic approach to power is simple. View it as a responsibility, not a privilege. Epictetus reminds us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." The ability to handle power with grace and wisdom shows not only maturity but also a deep respect for others. The next time you observe someone in a position of authority, or find yourself in one, take note. The way power is handled is one of the clearest indicators of true character. Number 6. How they react to other people's success. A person's reaction to someone else's success can reveal more about their character than almost anything else. Genuine admiration and celebration show confidence and a secure sense of self, while jealousy or resentment often stem from insecurity and a competitive mindset. Think about this. When a friend achieves something significant, a promotion, a milestone, or even just a personal win, how do they respond? Are they the first to offer congratulations, or do they seem indifferent, even dismissive? The Stoics believe that true wisdom lies in being unaffected by envy and finding joy in the success of others. For example, imagine two coworkers. One is genuinely excited when their colleague gets recognition, offering support and encouragement. The other downplays the achievement, making sarcastic comments or subtly undermining their colleague's efforts. These contrasting reactions aren't just about professional courtesy, they're a window into their values. In personal relationships, this dynamic can be even more revealing. A supportive partner who celebrates your wins, no matter how small, shows emotional maturity and love. On the other hand, someone who shifts the conversation back to themselves or downplays your success might struggle with their own self-worth. Marcus Aurelius taught that we should rejoice in the good fortune of others, as it reflects the interconnectedness of humanity. When someone can't do this, it's often because they view life as a zero-sum game. Your success feels like their loss. This mindset not only damages relationships but also creates unnecessary tension and dissatisfaction. Pay attention to how those around you react to success, both yours and others. It's a clear indicator of whether they are secure in themselves or battling inner struggles that may influence their relationships. Number 7. How they handle failure. If success reveals confidence, then failure exposes resilience. The way someone reacts to setbacks, mistakes, or personal failures is one of the clearest indicators of their true character. A person who embraces failure as a chance to learn and grow demonstrates maturity and strength, while someone who lashes out, blames others, or gives up shows a lack of self-discipline and accountability. Imagine this scenario. Two people experience the same setback, a project that didn't go as planned. The first admits their mistakes, reflects on what went wrong, and starts planning their next move. The second blames their teammates, makes excuses, and avoids taking any responsibility. Which one would you trust to lead or collaborate with in the future? The Stoics viewed failure not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, challenges are not just problems, they are the path to growth. How someone handles failure shows whether they see it as a dead end or a stepping stone. In personal relationships, this can be equally telling. For instance, during an argument or disagreement, does the person acknowledge their role in the conflict and strive to make amends? Or do they deflect blame and refuse to apologize? These patterns reveal whether someone is capable of self-reflection and accountability, key traits of a high-value individual. Failure also tests emotional control. A person who reacts to setbacks with anger, frustration, or despair is letting their emotions dictate their actions. In contrast, someone who remains composed and focuses on solutions demonstrates inner strength and resilience. The core principles of Stoicism. Remember, failure is not the end. It's a teacher. The way someone handles it reveals their capacity for growth, their mindset, and their values. Pay attention to these moments, because they often tell you everything you need to know about a person. Conclusion. We've explored 7 powerful signs that reveal someone's true colors. How they treat those who can't benefit them. Handle minor inconveniences, value time, act when no one is watching, manage power, react to others' success, and face failure. Each of these behaviors is a window into their character, offering insights that words alone cannot provide. But here's the real challenge. What will you do with this knowledge? Understanding these signs isn't just about assessing others. It's about looking inward. Are your actions consistent with the values you admire? Are you embodying the principles of a high-value man? The Stoics believe that character is built in the small, everyday decisions we make. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. It's easy to judge others, but the true test lies in holding ourselves accountable to the same standards. So take this as an opportunity to reflect. The way you treat people, manage stress, and handle life's challenges isn't just about leaving a good impression. It's about building a legacy of integrity, resilience, and respect. And remember, actions speak louder than words. You don't need to announce your principles to the world. You need to live them, because when you consistently align your actions with your values, the right people will notice, and the wrong ones will fade away. Here's a challenge for you. If you're ready to embrace the mindset of a high-value man, comment below, "I'm a high-value man," and start living by these principles today. Thank you for watching. If you found this content valuable, like, share, and subscribe to the Stoic Golden Rule for more insights to help you live with purpose and resilience. Until next time, high-value men, keep striving to be the best version of yourself.